Welcome to the first episode of the Real Officials podcast. Podcast with my brothers, you know what I mean? We got Motis in the building. We got Shimmy Boy, Whitney, Big Dog Drew, Big Don, and the Big O. On ring, that's my dog. He in here. We are the Real Officials. We will be cutting this shit to you how it's supposed to be cut to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We got to jump right into this, man. We got playoffs coming up. We got a lot of shit coming up. So we finna get right to it. We had a great game yesterday. Lakers versus Warriors.
It was terrible.
Lakers versus
a terrible
Warriors,
game.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a terrible game.
18, we chasing number 18 for Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. How about Brian, bro? That man just ended.
That was a terrible.
Play like shit the whole game. Next thing you know, ended that shit. Like, just ended. Shamar, let me see what jersey you wearing.
Like, I back it up. You feel me? Goddamn. You feel me? That's
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. No. Not a Lakers fan, just a Bron fan.
Just a Bron fan.
I'm the real
Cali for these for you.
What is Steph face?
Hey.
Oh, on 30? On 30?
That was 30 from 30? That was 30 for 30?
It was from 30, bro. And apparently the nigga saw 3 rims. So yeah. But
I can't see.
You couldn't see.
You can't. Apparently, you couldn't see. You know, apparently, got.
You had to let him know.
But hey, that was a great win. Warriors team full of 2-way contracts pushed us to the last minute, but it's okay. we'll get right.
I can't believe this happened. I'm so pissed watching this game, bro. I'm so pissed watching this game because why is Steph playing so bad but so good at the same time?
Steph
like the
great.
whole team.
No.
Steph. I'm going to explain to you like this. I watch the Warriors day in and day out, but I watch them from a coach's perspective. A lot of things that we did could have been a lot different. Why are we letting the Lakers go on like 14-0 runs with doing the same thing over and over again? Like, okay, we're supposed to be going on a fast break. All right, we keep missing fast break opportunities, easy lays, because we're trying to make things more difficult than they have to be. Why is Jordan Poole trying to dunk on LeBron because he had one nice I'm watching this like things should have been different. So I'm not saying that Steph didn't have a great game. That's because the stats show that he had a great game. He had an impact when he was on the court. The stats are going to show that shit. But at the end of the day, it's like when you watch this game, a lot of things could have been played different by him because there were a lot of unforced turnovers, things that should not have happened on his end. I don't want to blame it on the rest because Lakers had bad calls, we had bad calls, but I just think that overall, bro, we probably gonna lose against the Grizzlies tomorrow because we play like shit.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
I think y'all played that.
I think y'all played great. That was a great game y'all played.
I mean,
it was a great game. It was a great game because we played so bad. Like we had the game in the bag for the first half. If we kept playing like that, then it would be a lot different of an outcome. Now I know that the Lakers are great with changing stuff up, but at the end of the day, like I said, when you watched the game, you saw that there were unforced errors happening here. Defense. The Warriors are beating themselves more than the Lakers are beating them. Now, Lakers have.
What did I just say though? It's a team full of people with 2-way contracts.
Yes.
Meaning they played for the D League at some point this season.
Bro,
the G League.
True.
They're true. Young. What you expect? Now Steph had 6 turnovers and got locked up by Alex Caruso.
Caruso.
37
minutes of the game.
The last 2 minutes. Keyword, last 2 minutes of the game.
He missed the free throw. He missed the free throw. That's detrimental. I don't care what quarter you missed it in.
Steph ain't gonna win.
Had that turnover at the end of the game when Caruso was all up in his grill.
Steph will keep you in the game. I don't think he's gonna win that jump for you.
He'll keep you in the game. Look, it just looked real game 7-ish of the 2016 finals. Behind the back pass out of bounds. It brought back flashbacks for me.
Well, real in your team, Steph. Real in your team. God, point guard.
6 turnovers.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I can't even argue against that. Like I literally said the same thing.
What a great game.
Bottom line, it was a great game. Lakers won as they should have. They shouldn't be a 7 seed anyway. Warriors are supposed to be an 8 seed, if that. So everybody's falling into place where that's how I see it. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think this is fair.
It's very fair to me. So you're right. It's not fair. Lakers should not be 7 seed, but that's how it is. Okay. So Lakers won. They will be facing the Suns in the playoffs. LeBron will be going against his banana boat brother, CP3. So Brian is, from what I see the Lakers going up against the Suns. If the Clippers win, they'll be facing the Clippers in the second round. No, actually, they'll be facing Clippers in the Western Conference Finals because the Clippers sat all their starters against OKC.
Clippers want to go on the other side of the bracket.
Scared, very scared. So that means LeBron will be going against Chris Paul, Devin Booker, potentially Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and then potentially KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. His finals. So I got one question. Is this going to be LeBron's toughest road to the finals and to a championship?
Andrew. What you say, Dom? Oh, Andrew.
Nah, that last year in Cleveland, that was the toughest one that was the toughest final.
Really?
That was the toughest one. Bro.
What? Dom, please.
No,
Dom.
bro.
Dom, please.
No, bro.
Why you say no? Bro? I know why I say no. No, Andrew, explain why you said that first, because I gotta hear the logic to this, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, we saying is this the toughest role for LeBron?
Yeah, just the toughest role. LeBron has went to a championship, playoff road, and to win the championship.
When it's all said and done, I don't think it's gonna be the toughest road because I think that last year for LeBron, he had to go through like some teams and do some spectacular shit to get to the damn finals. Like he ain't gonna have to do twice as much as that work he had to do that last year in Cleveland that he gonna do right now for this one.
He does have more help. He does have a lot more help.
And the
Dominic, why you Dominic? Yeah. That's true. I don't think the West is that strong. The names are big.
The names is nice, but let's be honest. I think the East probably tougher right now.
Wow, that's a bold
statement.
The
East is tougher. You think
that's a bold statement? Right, hey, wow. That's arguable.
The Hawks are the 5th seed. The Knicks are the 4th seed. You know that, right?
They good teams. I ain't gonna disrespect them.
They good teams. But who's under them? But who's under them?
I seen the Knicks come to the West and put some competition up to them. Let's playing with them boys.
But not lying.
Right. I mean,
can they go 7?
Well, who?
Anybody in the West?
Yeah, I think they can push like Mavericks. They can push the Mavericks. They can push.
In a 7-game series, they would be able to push Mavs.
I don't think they're pushing them to 7 games.
They can't push Clippers or Lakers. That's the only team in the West I think they can't push to 7.
Dang. Dang. Well, the Suns are just the Jazz are not it to you? Like
Suns, they're not impressive to me. Jazz, I mean, Donovan Mitchell is coming off an injury. The most they're gonna have is Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert. So I'm not worried about them.
I say Suns pushing 7 with the Knicks. I say Suns winning 6. If it came down Suns and Knicks. In a hypothetical world. It's Chris Paul and Devin Booker. I'm taking them over Julius and Rose any day.
I would still even take Denver over the Knicks, bro.
Lakers in 5.
I mean, the MVP, Michael Porter Jr., candidate for most improved player. So I mean,
Now, if Jamal Murray was on Denver, I would be scared. But I ain't scared of them right now with just Jokic.
yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
if Jamal
It could
Murray's
be.
there, that's still a different team. That's
That's
such
a
a
different
different team.
squad.
Bron would have to go through the MVP this year too.
On some shit.
So
Yeah.
I mean, he do got AD who played. Well, they both played like garbage the first half.
Right. But I mean, it's LeBron.
I mean, the name wise, this is the toughest. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. I just don't. He's never been through this many Hall of Famers and a playoff road to the finals before. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Yeah.
but
I feel like if he was still in the East,
this
this would be the toughest.
You think?
I think
East?
that last year in Cleveland, I felt for him, bro. I was like, please go to the Lakers. I was like, please.
I mean, he did have it. He did have a rough that last year in Cleveland.
Yeah,
but,
Kevin
I mean,
Love.
he
Only-
faced rookies in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I
Jaylen Brown
feel
and
you, but
Jason
he had to
Tatum.
lead that team by himself to the finals that year. Just to have to face KD.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't just facing KD now. I'm tired of the slander. I'm
That's the
tired of the
point,
Steph
but that's-
slander.
that's the
I'm
point.
tired of the Steph slander, bro. He was not just playing KD. He had to play Steph, Clay, Dre, and KD. He had to play
These are
all of them.
people that
It was not
Bron
right now.
picked for this team. He wanted these people.
Like Bron goes hard because he had to go against them, but he was not just going against KD. And I'm tired of us saying that. I'm tired of that
Exactly, but
shit.
that's what makes it worse. That's what makes it worse. That's what makes the whole. He had to go with everybody else. Who do y'all think? What do y'all think is
So,
tough?
Dominic, you think this is the toughest road?
I think going all the way to the finals, I think it will be.
I mean, he don't
Why
got
do you
home
feel
court.
that way?
I'm not used to this.
I don't know, bro. I understand your point with the Cleveland one, but it was just like there's more talent that he's gonna run into than he did in that Cleveland one.
That's true. That's true. Nobody
There's
was scared of them people.
significantly more talent, bro.
I mean, he has significantly more talent on his team to be able to handle that.
'Cause
That's the way I see it. We're talking about the toughest road for LeBron. But I'm gonna let you finish though.
Yeah, but still, like, it don't matter. Even though he has AD for help, or he got Montrez, he got Drummond. He had big men last year, and he was still having to put in work.
I ain't saying nothing about just the
And
big
so,
man. His role
I
players
know.
be
I'm just
stepping
saying.
up.
I know his role players are stepping up, but when you got significantly more talent, not Steph Curry by himself, I'm talking about teams that have pieces and to where they can't just trap one player the whole game or the whole second half, or what I'm saying, where you got other playmakers, like you got like they dusted them last year, but like a Portland team, just think about that. You got Dame, you got CJ, you got Melo, you got playmakers going around. It's not just Steph, and your wingman is Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I feel like there's going to be more talent this year, and because he's not having to run through the Eastern playoffs, like back when he was in Cleveland, the East wasn't as strong. It's not even it wasn't strong like that.
They weren't strong at all.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna say
if I'm not mistaken, I think Toronto was a top team.
It's like what I'm saying is like now I'm not looking at the team more like I'm not looking at the team right now. I'm looking more at like what LeBron had to do, like what he had to put on his shoulders to get his team to the finals. That's what I'm looking at. And the most he had to do was then, I think. But then again, this is the most talent he'll have to face right now. But I think his team is strong right now. He got a great team right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
What you think? You think that last run in Cleveland was his toughest one?
Possibly. I mean, with this year, I feel like he had a little bit more help. So like he don't necessarily have to do everything by himself, but like he also has he has a lot of talent coming in that he might have to go up against. So he definitely have to put in that work. But like I feel like as far as it being the toughest role he had, I don't think it's the toughest, but like,
So who you think is the
Yeah.
toughest? Then?
that he would have to go against. Like,
Who you think the toughest road that he had going to the finals and like trying to win the championship? What you think that's the toughest road?
I'll say that 2018 run.
You said 2018.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's-
Shamar, what you think?
Honestly, from start to finish, this probably would be his toughest, no lie. And I'm just putting in the factor that we defended champs and we only had 71 days off for real. 18th year, nigga missed 27 games. Goddamn, had to come back the last 2 games just to motherfucking feel right. You feel me? Got play-in game, facing one of the hottest teams to go into the play-in game for real. And then we a 7th seed. Wait, ain't no one was fucking healthy for real. We had to figure that shit out. Everyone healthy, and we in 7th seed. We got to see the Suns, then either Portland or the Nuggets, and then hopefully the Clippers if they can hold up they fucking end of the bargain. But 9 times out of 10 they probably won't. So
We'll see.
it's like, and then in the finals we get KD, James Harden, and Kyrie. So it's just like start to finish. I feel like this is gonna be up there one of them. I feel like with that Cleveland one, it was just due to the fact it was Golden State that makes it that much harder. But I'm like from start to finish, like
were you scared of Oladipo? Were you scared of Oladipo?
I was not scared.
Oladipo was the truth that year. Don't sleep on that.
Were you scared of Oladipo?
That boy Oladipo was going crazy that year.
Oladipo was about to beat Bron.
Keep playing, bro.
He was about to beat Bron for sure.
In the first round.
Definitely. He was definitely going to beat Bron. That's what we were scared of.
By the time he faced Toronto that year, Toronto was called LeBronto. So nobody would worry about Toronto at that point. And then you got some rookies without Kyrie.
I'll be surprised if any of these teams push it to Game 7 besides the Clippers.
I agree, which is why I don't think this is his toughest run. I think this would be like, it would be very impressive and one of his top. It would be one of his top impressive runs, like one of his best impressive runs, because of the names that he's going against. Like,
that's
but
true.
I remember in 07 when he went up against a nigga named Gilbert Arenas in the first round. I remember when he went up against the Detroit Pistons.
I didn't even think back that far.
I remember when he went to San Antonio, prime San Antonio, not the San Antonio now. When people was thinking of this Greg Popovich last year, I'm talking about prime Tony, prime Manu, prime Tim. Yeah, and he did get swept. But I watched that whole finals. I watched that whole playoff run.
Yeah,
and I didn't even know how he was doing it. I'm looking at Daniel Gibson, fire in 2K. Daniel Gibson was nice in 2K. Yeah, but that nigga not it. He was not.
Are we talking about 2K?
Mo Williams. Mo Williams. You know, Big Z.
Shout out to the Mo.
Shout out to Big Z.
Shout out to all the Mo's of the world, man.
Yeah, this man faced Jason Kidd. So it's like
Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was one of the nicest point guards of all time.
He was the triple-double. He was the triple-double king back then. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
He's on almost every list. Scoring, assists, steals, all that. Rebound.
Nah.
Yeah.
So you said that 07 run was the hardest?
I think that was the hardest. I mean,
he's young. He's young now.
I can go with that one.
22.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's young as hell. Like, that is tough. That is tough to have to do that full season, and you pretty much carrying.
And he didn't get to pick that team. He didn't get to pick that team. He didn't get to say,
yeah, he didn't put that shit together. Like, this is him proving that he got to take over like a team. Like, let me pick who I want.
But he got to prove that about JR. But LeBron wanted him.
Right.
Wanted him. He knew how much weed he smoked. He knew what happened was bound to happen at least one time, but he picked that nigga. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Bron. He wanted
Hey,
that.
no, JR showed up when he had to though. I ain't mad about that.
Yeah. And you know where I stand. Okay. Yes, he forgot. Yeah, we all know that
He made
forgot
one
the time.
mistake,
Yes.
but that's okay. He made
We
one
all
mistake.
know that. But what have I always said? LeBron should have been on the block. George Hill shooting the free throw. Why is J.R. Smith on the block getting the rebound? Like, that's your moment.
All he had to do is what
George Hill made the
Caldwell
free
Pope
throw.
did last night. All JR had to do is what Caldwell Pope did last night.
All LeBron had to do is do what
All George
everybody
Hill
else
had to
does.
do was make the free throw. I'm not excusing this shit.
Bro, niggas miss free throws all the time.
Fuck that.
I mean,
They
hey,
miss
look,
free throws all the time.
Steph
LeBron
missed the
know
free
who
throw
he
yesterday,
playing
cost
with.
us the game.
LeBron
Steph
know who
missing
he
that free
playing
throw.
with, bro. Does LeBron not know who he playing with?
You know who he playing with.
He know who he playing with. He know he
J.R.
playing with
Smith
George
did
Hill.
it.
He should have got his ass on the block and said no. Because even if I believe he do make it, but even if he don't, I'm gonna be the one to get this rebound. Could have put it up right there.
Next question. Fuck
Man, fuck that shit. This is-
that. Fuck that. I mean, fuck that. I love LeBron.
Tripping.
I
So
don't know why y'all mad.
AJ, you don't think the Warriors is gonna beat the Grizzlies tomorrow?
I do not think that the Warriors are gonna beat the Grizzlies tomorrow, bro. Because I'm a Warriors fan and they've
Wow,
disappointed
this is
me.
a Warriors fan.
I'm a
Because they couldn't
Warriors
beat the
fan.
Lakers.
No, this is what I'm saying though. Okay, boom. So I watched how y'all just played against the Lakers. I see a lot of flaws in how we played. I feel as though if any other team that we play can use the same defensive schemes that the Lakers use, because we cannot ignore that. If you could try to play the same way, you have an algorithm to beating the Warriors. The Warriors are not unbeatable. Steph has lost before, okay? I'm not saying that I don't want my team to win. I'm just saying that tomorrow I'm going to need them to show up. I don't want to jinx it one way or the other. I hope we do win. But at the end of the day, I am not putting it past the Grizzlies to have a great game tomorrow. I'm not putting it past Ja Morant because he's young. I'm not putting it past any of our two-way players to just have a fucking terrible game and we beat ourselves. I'm not saying that the Grizzlies are better than us and they're going to beat us in a 7-game series. I'm saying we need to get it together for fucking 48 minutes between the lines. That's what I think we need to do. And I need to know that somebody other than Draymond and Steph is going to try to step up and make that shit happen. Because I know that we're playing a young team that has a lot of hungry motherfuckers that want to step up and make it happen. And I'm not putting it past nobody. It's a play-in game. We're not here because we don't want to make the playoffs. We should have won yesterday if we really wanted to win, because at the end of the day, we lost by 3 points. That means we had a chance to win, which means we have to do something about that shit. I don't give a fuck if it's the Lakers. As a Warriors fan, I don't give a fuck who we playing. We lost by 3. We could do something better, and we played terrible. Period. So tomorrow they're gonna have to prove some shit to me. That's all I'm saying.
Shamar, how many champions are on the Warriors team?
Like actively playing right now. I want to
3.
How many champions are on the Grizzlies?
0.
So you tell me
Okay.
you got more faith in Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Jonas Valanciunas.
It's not
And
impossible.
Steph,
Okay.
Steph, Draymond, and Kevin.
Okay. So
I'm where you at.
Warriors play Toronto. Who had more talent? I'm asking you a question. Who had more talent between the Warriors and Toronto? Who had more talent?
Talking about when after KD tore his Achilles.
No, I'm talking about who had more talent. I'm talking about period. Whole roster, healthy or not, who had more talent?
Whole roster healthy, the Warriors, but their whole roster wasn't.
But they weren't healthy though.
That's not y'all not. Don't let me try. Let me make my point here. Let me make my point. My point is we play the game for a reason. It don't matter. We don't automatically win because we have 3 champions on our team and they have 0. That doesn't mean we get 3 more points than them off rip. That is not what that shit means at all. That means we have to fucking play because we made it to a fucking play-in game. We're here with them. We are not better than them because we're here with them.
I got something. The
You gotta win.
Raptors also had champions too, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. They had champions, but I said who had more talent. I asked the right question. I said who had more talent, and then who won. So it doesn't matter. Anything can happen.
It
over
does
any point in
matter.
time.
That doesn't
I'm not
coincide
questioning the
though.
talent. The Warriors,
Saying.
the Grizzlies really have more talent right now. I said
That's what I'm
championship
saying.
experience. When the
Okay.
game gets close, who knows how to close it and who don't? The Warriors.
The point I brought up earlier.
And the Warriors did not close out yesterday, so they got something to prove to me, is what I'm saying.
They were facing defending champs.
I don't
Like,
care who they
what?
were facing.
LeBron hit a fadeaway 3 from 30.
From 30.
According to him, he saw 3 rims and aimed for the middle. like, come on, man. You can't be mad at that.
I feel
It's a
you.
great shot.
I feel you, AJ.
Yeah, because Andrew, I know Andrew feel like that because Andrew said before the game even started yesterday, the Warriors weren't making the playoffs. So I'm just like, what? Why are we counting people out like this? Like, Oren, what you think is gonna happen tomorrow, bro? I want to know what you think is gonna happen.
Yeah, I think the Warriors could beat them. They gonna have to really come to play though, because like everybody's here, they gotta go. They trying to play. So if you want to keep playing, you're gonna have to show up tomorrow. If you don't show up tomorrow, if you don't close out, you know how AJ was saying, you know they're not gonna be able to make it. Like I mean, they couldn't even close out against the Lakers last night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why is it an indictment that you could not close out LeBron James? You know, how
I mean,
hard that is?
I understand it's LeBron though, but it's like just because it's LeBron, I don't mean you can't show up to play. Like if you want to play like for a championship or just to contend against like the best, like you got to be able to play against the best. You know what I'm saying? Like
So who you got, Oren? I want to know who you got.
tomorrow.
wanna
I mean, I still feel like the Lakers, not the Lakers, the Warriors could show up to play. Like, you know, they got Steph and, you know, they got Draymond, they got all the tools that they need, but if they don't play all 48 minutes, you know, like how AJ was saying, like they're not gonna be able to beat the Grizzlies. Like the Grizzlies are
We can't just take the third quarter
Who's that
off like
now?
how we did yesterday.
Y'all did not take the third quarter off. Y'all were just young. The Lakers said they're young. Put your shoulder down. They're going to foul. Y'all were in the penalty with 9 minutes left. Y'all had 5 fouls in 3 minutes. That is literally what LeBron told them to do.
And this is the thing. This is the thing about that. I don't feel like that's a Warriors team problem. I say that's Warriors coaching. That's why I say that I don't trust the fact that Steve Kerr sat there and watched that shit happen and didn't try to make corrections, like no physical corrections being made for a whole. They went on a 10-point run, and you know what Steve told them? We're playing a championship team, guys. They're gonna go on runs. We just gotta hit back. Bro, don't let them go on runs.
Right there.
Try to stop the momentum somehow. Try to do what you can, bro.
You said it right
Did
there.
you hear that same voice with Steve Kerr? Frank Vogel said they can't stop the freight train. They can't stop the freight train. They got to foul or get the fuck out the way. So it was
I
like, what do you
understand,
want
but
them to do?
I don't want them to turn the ball over. I don't
They
want you-
weathered the storm though.
I don't
could've
want you to
went-
turn the ball over. I feel like
I
okay.
get the
So
turnovers,
boom,
but
when
they're young.
when you're watching the game, right? We'll get a steal. We're on a fast break. All right. So we're gonna try to go straight into LeBron. Like you're gonna try to go straight to the rim on LeBron and AD, my young people. You know what I'm saying? Like this is why I say we could have
They
done
were trying
things
Bron
differently.
all night.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
They were
And why
trying
are we
Bron all night.
And my thing is,
Like,
why
they're
are we
trying to
trying
squeeze
Bron?
through passes? Draymond trying to like hit pocket passes in the middle of the lane. With
4
Bron and
possessions
AD
in a
right
row.
there.
4 possessions in a row. I watched Draymond do that shit. This is why I'm
But the thing
saying
is-
we could have
but
won
this
the
is the
game.
thing.
I'm not
But
saying because like, oh,
you
we're playing
should've
LeBron.
won the
He
game.
must be the greatest. That's what I'm saying. We should have won the
You
game and we
should
didn't.
have won the
And we
game.
should win tomorrow.
Just
So
like
now
y'all
I'm scared.
should have won in 2016. Y'all should have won in
The hell?
2016. But
Exactly. We should have won then. So
Celtics
of
should
all
have beat
people-
Kobe. Just stuff that should happen just doesn't happen sometimes against great players. But my whole point is you're not going against a great player tomorrow. What great
You got
are
some
you
good
going against
players.
that's gonna make you, you know what I'm saying, pay for the mistakes that y'all make? Because
Y'all
they're
know
gonna
I'm
make the
good
same
moving forward.
mistakes.
If they
He's not gonna
skip,
make you pay like LeBron.
not Brown, not like Brown, but he can make you pay.
I gotta see.
Matt.
It depends on how Josh shot looking tomorrow.
Now I got hit
The last time they played them in the end of the regular season, they was daring him to shoot. He was shooting bricks. He was building
You
houses.
get the outside game is over with.
And truth be told, when they faced them a couple of games ago, Dylan Brooks ain't get fouled out. They could have won that game easily.
Youth. That's the point I'm making. Being young. See, Dylan Brooks played Steph so good, but not even realizing that he had 5 fouls. Like that's what the greats do to you when you got experience. And
He gonna
you're a
know this
veteran.
game. He gonna
You
know.
can
He
make
gonna know.
people make mistakes that you don't even see them making. You think the Warriors knew that they had 5 fouls yesterday at 9 minutes? No. After it happened, they looked up and was like, dang, this is how they outsmarted us. But you talking about Steve Kerr, they make adjustments. How many times, Shamar, how many times did we go to the line after they got into the bonus?
Shit, didn't happen.
0. We didn't even go back to the line. So the bonus didn't even matter.
My
So
thing
what
is-
adjustments?
My
How
thing
do you not
is,
make adjustments, though?
it's not always defensive adjustments that I'm talking about. I'm not saying at what point in time did you hear me say we played terrible defense? I'm saying we had bad offense. We kicked ourselves in the ass on offense, and he did not make any offensive adjustments. Okay, that is not the only way to win. I know we win chips and everything through defense. That's right, but that's not where we fucked up. That's why we was in the game. The only reason we're in the game is because we're playing great defense. I don't have shit to say about that. I didn't say stop LeBron. We got to outscore LeBron. We are the Warriors. We got to play to our strengths. Our strength is offense, not defense. Why are we playing better defense than we're playing offense? That's the problem. Here's the issue. How do we fix it? Okay, we got Poole shooting 3-pointers. We know Poole is gonna be in the corners. Why do we have Poole shooting 3-pointers in front of the damn LA team, knowing that this is a young squad, a young kid, and the fucking squad is gonna be all up in his ear? All this nigga want to do is turn around and do this shit to the squad, so he misses 2 crucial fucking threes just because he want to celebrate too early. We should have put him on the left side. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I'm saying stuff like that. These small little details. Okay, why do we have Poole bringing the ball all the way up the court? All right, we got Poole bringing the ball all the way up the court. He got a nice little crossover. Then he's gonna try to dunk on Bron. Bron puts on an intimidator badge, fucking Hall of Fame with the purple lights and shit because he's there. Like, no, but it's the fact that Jordan Poole knows damn well you're not supposed to be attempting this right now. He thought this is his opportunity. So you're right. We do have a young team, but at the end of the day, I feel like what I say as far as coaching adjustments, and it's a coaching issue, Steve Kerr he's a nice mellow dude. Great. I love that shit because if I'm on the court, I want to be coached by somebody that's not gonna yell at me all day. But at some point in time, you got to put your foot down. I'm gonna have to tell these young niggas, like, look, you young, but you're not about to do no stupid shit on this court. This is an important game. We are too close to beating them for us to beat ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt last night went. And that's the end of it. Fuck it. That's the end.
That's that. I think the Warriors are gonna be fine. You know
I got
what I'm saying?
Warriors.
I got Warriors.
I-
I'm not going. Go
I do
against,
think we're gonna be fine, but
37 is going to 37 is going to be enough for the Grizzlies. It's just not enough for Bron. You had to hit 40. You did. So you couldn't.
literally
They
you
put
had
three
to get
people
40.
on. They put
You
three
literally
people
had to
on.
get 40.
I feel like that game should make you more confident in this game.
It's like on one part of me it does, because it's like if we can keep up with LeBron, I know we can beat the brakes off of John Morant. But at the end of the day, I also know that if we self-sabotage how I see that we did last game, then I can see the same result happening regardless of who the fuck we're playing. Because we're the Warriors. We play to our competition. Okay? It's not like we're just blowing out teams by 50 just because we got Steph and shit and we're just that much more talented. We play to the competition. We had a good game against these motherfuckers the last time. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we knew we was gonna win, and you know it was a confident win for us. But at the end of the day, it's like you're gonna have to just do it again because we're like he said, we're young.
I got a question.
We're gonna fuck up.
Do you still have Steph as MVP?
I want to, but you know, I opened my mind up and I started looking at how everybody else's season was, and I see why other people don't. I see why other people don't have him as MVP. Okay, I understand why you don't have him as MVP, but is he my MVP? He is. Is he Bron's MVP? He is. And I don't give a fuck about none of y'all opinion because Bron know more about basketball than anyone you niggas. And he said Bron is MVP.
We all know.
Period.
And
I don't care because LeBron is his own man and he said it on his own. And Mo ain't have to call him and tell him.
Does anybody else here know why Bron said that?
To get him on his squad. Niggas do not believe that.
He said that. He said that because now he get to say he beat the MVP. Because he knew he wasn't going to lose to no Warriors.
Bro,
so
Bron don't...
buttered that man up, set the standards high. He said, I'm not 100%, and we're facing the MVP. So now what everybody going to say? Bron beat the MVP, not 100%. Bro, Bron controls the narrative better than anybody in the league. In NBA history, Bron controls the narrative.
He is the damn narrative. Like, I don't think that
y'all make up y'all
Shamar, you know
shit,
what I'm talking
bro,
about, right?
Every fucking time, bro. You believe what you want.
Yeah, that's
so
not.
Bron, Dominic, does Bron not control the narrative?
I believe he does.
Yeah, that's not the. Yeah, he is the narrative.
That's not my argument. That's not my argument. Isn't that LeBron can't control a narrative? I'm saying this. LeBron can control the narrative, yes. But the problem with it is like, let's not act like Steph is not playing MVP caliber basketball. Is he or is he not? He just bought a young team with how many fucking two-way contracts to the play-in game for the 7th seed. We lost to LeBron, yes. But at the end of the day, he bought. If you don't have Steph on that team, what the fuck are we looking at? Is what LeBron said. What the fuck are we looking at? If you put Jokic on that team, they are not going to be in the fucking playoffs. You can't convince me of it. I'm sorry. I don't see it happening. Yeah. If I put Steph on fucking Nuggets, I do see them being every bit of the first, second, or third seed. Because he has that talent around him now. Literally, the reason that we're going to the brinks to the last 30 seconds of the game with LeBron is because I don't have talent. So yes, if I do have talent, of course, I'm going to be beating the brakes off of everybody else in the league. Yes, he is having an MVP season. It is not invalid for you to say that Steph Curry is having an MVP season. You're just saying that because such and such and such and such play more games than them, and because they're a big man, and you know they have to be a little bit more physical, that they just had a whole better season. No, because each of these motherfuckers got help, and this nigga is doing this shit without it. That's why he's a fucking MVP.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You good, bro? You want some water?
Get it off your chest.
Are you good, bro?
Great.
Are you good? LeBron didn't win the MVP in last season in Cleveland.
He probably deserved it too. Shout out to Bron.
Bro, I'm just saying like that, but he didn't.
I
feel like it's gonna be the same situation with Steph this year.
Yeah, no, Steph not winning it.
Was I said he's my MVP.
Eighth
Shout out.
seed. AC.
Hey, he had an MVP season. No disrespect. Shout out to Steph.
Yeah, Steph is cold.
Got the scoring title.
He
got a
better not
scoring-
lose.
And he got a scoring
did get
title.
the
He do got a
title.
scoring title.
Definitely
He did got a scoring title. That is cold. Well, getting guarded by
I'm
4
leaving-
people every game. So you're right.
I seen him
Right.
shooting on 3 Lakers last night. I'm like, damn, he can't stop that.
Like literally, like at the
That-
buzzer.
that boy started.
Crazy.
It's
glad
it's just what he
Since you-
does.
Since you're talking about coaching, AJ, we know that the coaches voted for Monty Williams to be coach of the year this year. I understand why, but I just don't see how when you have Chris Paul and Devin Booker as your backcourt, you know, why you're just so praised as being the coach of the year because you made the 2nd seed with Chris Paul and Devin Booker, like,
And
you
Ayton.
know what I'm saying? Got
Come on
Ayton.
now.
I mean,
Crowder.
you have a good team. They went 8-0 last year in the bubble. So I mean, no, we probably didn't have them making 2nd seed, you know what I'm saying, this year, but was that because of Monty? Or is that because of Chris Paul? You know what I'm saying? So
Hey.
A little bit of both.
a
It is
little bit of both. But we see teams that's doing a lot more with a lot of the coach. You know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't seen no
a lot
team
of the
make an
coach.
improvement like this.
The Knicks?
Yes, that organization made the improvement like that.
Nah,
And he's
Suns
right,
was
the
worse than
Knicks.
Knicks.
The what?
Was the Suns worse than the Knicks last year?
No.
Nobody was worse than
I would
the
say I don't think
I'm not about to say nobody was worse than the Knicks last year.
The Suns were in the bubble. You're in the bubble. Then you
First of all, who did the
okay
Knicks
team.
have last year?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Everybody they had this year except Thibodeau.
Mm.
Except their coach.
Exactly my point.
Except their
Exactly
coach.
my point. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the Knicks before Tom Thibodeau. Then what are we looking at? Oh, we're talking about the Knicks with Tom Thibodeau. Now what
they
are we
weren't-
looking at?
They weren't. in
Okay,
the
we're
bubble.
talking about the Suns with Devin Booker minus Chris Paul. Now we're talking about the Suns with Chris Paul, which
second season.
Chris Paul is already taking your efficiency up just from being on the court by like 40%. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's a number for the record books just for a point guard. That's not even really stretching the floor as far as his shot. Like, his just IQ is just that high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, if you have a player like that on your team, you don't have to do a lot of coaching because he's an on-floor coach as it is. He's a fucking floor general. You got the greatest floor general of all time. You don't have to have the best coach. But if you got Julius Randle and you got D Rose on the court and a whole
Reggie
bunch of other people that I personally don't really know like that, because what the fuck am I watching the Knicks for?
Reggie Bullock is my favorite. Reggie Bullock. Anybody know who that is?
Shout out to Reggie.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I
Reggie.
don't. Inform me.
Nigga
Who
used to
the
be
fuck
on the
is
Lakers.
you?
Bird.
He's just
Oh.
And I believe the Pistons too.
Mm.
yeah. He been shopped around. And
Oh,
now
yeah,
he's,
yeah,
now he's on the
yeah,
4th
okay.
seed. And now he's like one of the top 3-point shooters on the team. So it's just like
But my point is, like,
that's
without
what I'm
me
saying.
really-
I'm making
don't
your
even know
point.
everybody.
Reggie Bullock, they got the, you know what I'm saying? They got the point guard, the rookie, and Quickly, which I really wish they would have got Halliburton, but Quickly balling. Can't even be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? They got rookies, they got young people they foresee in the East. And Tibbs, you know what I'm saying? He changed his coaching philosophy. He not running people in the dirt no more. You know what I'm saying? Tearing people ACLs and stuff. You know what I mean? So, and D Rose went back to him. You know what I'm saying? You know how much faith you gotta have to go back to somebody that was playing you in the last 2 minutes in a playoff game and tore your ACL? Yeah, it's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tibbs it just seems obvious to me. But I'm never, ever going to get mad at a black man winning Coach of the Year. Even though
Never.
the last Black Coach of the Year got fired the
Got
same
fired.
year,
He get
he
fired
was
early.
Coach of the Year.
They be
So
doing
all
us
I
dirty,
hope
man.
is they don't. All I hope is they don't fire Monty. Don't fire Monty, bro. Like, please.
They don't fire Monty because he don't deserve that shit. Who gives a fuck if he got a Chris
Dwayne
Paul?
Casey ain't deserve it.
No,
He damn
he
sure
definitely
didn't.
deserve it.
He
Yeah,
definitely
he
did not
did.
deserve that
They
shit.
gave it to Nick Nurse.
Won a championship. That was crazy.
Nigga,
So Dom,
okay.
who do you have? Who do you
He
have
won a
for the
championship.
coach?
Did he really win a championship, or did like the Warriors just?
And he got a
lose?
ring. And he got a ring.
They played a box and won in the finals. You will
still got
never
a
see
ring.
a boxing and win in the finals. You know why? Because it's too much talent in the finals to play a box and win. That's how beat down the Warriors were. They got to play a box and one on them with Kawhi Leonard.
They still
Yeah.
got a ring.
They definitely got to win, but it wasn't. It didn't go
Dwayne
how
Casey
you.
could have did that in his sleep.
With
To
Kawhi.
be
His
honest.
sleep.
With Kawhi.
To be
yeah.
honest.
But wait, Andrew, don't you have Monty? Don't you have Monty as your coach of the year though?
They already said that.
Why you have Monty as your coach of the year?
I already said why I got Monty. Bro, fuck y'all.
Because I'm like,
that was wrong.
because it man,
What the fuck
like
I
look,
said.
man, I get it. I get it.
Obviously, what I said was wrong. Thibodeau should have. That nigga Tim should be.
Tibbs is cold.
Yeah,
Tibbs is cold, bro.
because Chris Paul is on that fucking squad.
Wait, no, Dom, didn't you make a case for Nate? Because shout out to ATL, man. We in the playoffs, okay?
Yeah.
Fifth
Yeah.
seed going against the Knicks, who I think is going to, you know what I'm saying? I think the Hawks going to beat the Knicks, go to the second round of the playoffs. So
Shout out.
I want to know what's your case for Nate McMillan. Man.
I wasn't necessarily like saying like he deserves to win it, but I'm just you can make a case for him just because, in my opinion, right after the Hawks let go of
Lloyd Pierce.
yes,
Another
right after
black
they
man.
let go of him, yeah, right after they let go of him, they didn't look like they was trending in the right direction, and so then you hired Nate McMillan, and everything just seemed to start clicking. Atlanta started winning more games, and in the last 34 games, it was 23-11, and so it's just like,
Nah, they cold.
you know. And then they locked up that fifth seed too, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just like y'all went from looking like y'all was about to start spiraling down to, you know,
Yeah, they
looking
cold.
back solid.
He done got
But-
Lemon Pepper Lou back there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got Lou Williams back in the A. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
So I don't
So-
think he'll win it. Well, I know he's not gonna win it. Okay.
Right.
But there's definitely I think there's a case that could be made, but I have other coaches that I would put in front of him though.
Right.
Like who?
I mean, of course, in my opinion, you got Tibbs. Oh my God, I can't even think of all the coaches.
Coach of the Jazz. Whoever coaching the Jazz is doing a terrific job.
Quinn Snyder.
Quinn Snyder, yeah,
Quinn Snyder
With
is
the
doing a
slick hair.
terrific
You know what I'm
job.
saying?
yeah. Quinn Snyder.
Nigga
You got Tibbs, Quinn Snyder, and then you got Suns head coach. We just said it. I can't remember his name. Monty, yes. We got Monty.
Boy, Monty.
I put those three over him, but
Or who you rocking
Yeah.
with Coach of the Year, bro? You got Tibbs.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with y'all with Tibbs.
Yeah, Tibbs is cold.
Right.
Tibbs is cold.
Yeah,
So we got an Eastern Conference Finals rematch in the first round of the playoffs. We got the Heat versus the Bucks, and
wow.
I just they didn't play it, but they were in the semifinals. But that was a good, you know what I'm saying? That was a good matchup. I mean, they did get swept, but it was the bubble, and Giannis is the MVP. You know what I'm saying? He's
True.
still the reigning MVP right now. So,
True.
you know what I'm saying? I know I know
If I'm not mistaken, he was last year too. But
most
okay.
people have the Bucks. I know most people have the Bucks going to the second round, but I got the Heat. I got MIA 305 taking
Yeah.
them down the first round, boy.
Dead County. Wig County, baby.
You stupid.
They about to go crazy. No cap.
Jimmy
Hey,
Butler
man.
and them.
They
Jimmy
have
Butler
to.
finna go wild.
I feel like this is how this series is. It's going. You got an unmovable object running into an unstoppable force. You feel me? Like it's like Giannis. There's no reason for them to not be able to win this series. But at the end of the day, the way the Heat are set up, like, hey, they not just gonna let you have a series either. So
know
I
one
feel
thing.
like they some dogs. They gonna step up, and I feel like they have more. I feel like they have more pieces that are going to step up and shut down the Bucks pieces. That's just how I personally feel.
I
Not
know
saying it's gonna be
Giannis-
an easy.
I know Giannis
Probably
better
gonna go every
not.
bit of
Six.
Giannis better not be bringing the ball up the court every play this year, or I promise I'm gonna scream. I promise I'm gonna scream. If
I
they
got
got
the Bucks in
Giannis,
6.
you got the Bucks in 6.
Yeah.
You got the Bucks and 6.
That's that
That's what
boy
it
They
is.
got them going 7. They got swept last year, Dominic.
That's that boy Dom.
I got the Bucks in 6, bro.
Well, okay.
So
Oren,
you
what
think
you got?
they finally gonna make adjustments?
I think so.
Shit, I'm
See,
I
rooting
think
for
they. I think they realized what they did, what happened last year. They're gonna make adjustments, and
yeah.
we're gonna see a different. We're gonna see a
I
different. team out there.
remember thinking that with the Hawks. I remember thinking that with the Hawks too. I remember Budenholzer had us thinking Hawks was all that in a bag of chips. And next thing you know, we go to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, and get swept because this man don't know how to make an adjustment. If his life depended on it, this man can't adjust nothing. He can't even adjust his hairdo. He can't adjust nothing. I can't stand Mike Budenholzer. They took Jason Kidd's job away for that.
Yeah.
Y'all stinky KD bringing the ball up the court, can't shoot nothing. They just build a wall around this man, draw 5 charges a game on this man, and they lose. They suck. He ain't no MVP. Charles Barkley sat there and said that he having a quiet MVP season. No, he's not. You know why? Because there's still no adjustments being made. Jrue Holiday, yes, he's cold. Jrue Holiday is cold, but look, aside from that playoff run when he locked up Dame and the Pelicans swept Portland, I ain't seen this man do nothing in the playoffs to let me know, oh, that's the piece that they've been missing. You know what I'm saying? So,
He ain't been there.
bro, Eric Spoelstra over Budenholzer. That's all that matters. I don't care about nobody going to court. I care about the coaching matchup. That's what the Heat and Bucks comes down to. Eric Spoelstra. Mark him down. One of the greatest coaches of all time that I've seen.
Yeah.
There's a
Of
video
this generation. It definitely is. I feel like I said, I feel like it's just gonna come down to who step up more. I just think that I understand you got Bucks in 6. I'm gonna say Miami in 6. What you got? Drew?
Bucks and 6.
Are you serious
Chill.
right now? Y'all ain't just hear what I said.
Bucks is wait.
Y'all just hear what I said.
What'd you say?
Eric Spoelstra. Shamar, who you got?
I got Bucks in 6.
Wow.
Warren, mess with me, bro. Warren, come.
Nah, I got Miami. I got Miami in 6.
You got Miami in 6?
Miami
I
in
got
6.
Miami in 6.
I got Miami in
6.
7. I got Miami in 7, but look.
Hey, yeah, I wouldn't mind if it goes 7 games because I just want to watch it. But I think they're gonna win. I think they could win in it.
I watch
Ooh,
7.
damn it! Nah, 7 games. I'm gonna go 6 just because I said it, man. Fuck it. I'm going 6 because I said it.
I want 7.
But I would not mind if that shit went to a game 7. I would not mind it at all.
And Bam should be top 3 candidate for defensive player of the year.
Definitely.
I don't know why he's not.
Definitely.
I don't know why he's not a top 3.
Hey, who's number 3?
Draymond Green.
What?
Oh wait,
He's
nah,
been playing
it's
great
with
defense.
Draymond.
He's
Not
been
saying
playing
he
great
hasn't been,
fucking
but
defense.
Hey, Draymond
there's
been
other
turning
people.
up.
Draymond hasn't been
I'm not
playing
saying
great
he hasn't,
defense.
but Bam deserves it more if you ask me.
I'm sorry, Dominic. That statement wasn't even for you. I'm talking about the way the DJ just looked when I said that Draymond's been having great defense. What do you mean? Why do
He
you look
locked
like
up
that?
KD ass.
Bro,
least-
what?
Look, bro. At least
locked
Bam.
up.
At least Bam's defense can lead in the offense. How many points did Draymond have yesterday, Shamar?
Zero.
Boy.
We're talking about yesterday when he's playing against, like you said, the GOAT, right?
He
We're
was
talking
left
about
over.
We're talking about that yesterday?
Bro.
We talking about defense though. What
It don't matter. It don't matter. Bam's defense leads to offense, bro.
what we talking about
Bam's
defense?
Bam's defense,
And so
bro.
does Draymond's. What do you mean? How many fast break points do we typically get if we're not playing LeBron?
Bro, Bam
We don't play
can stop
LeBron
Giannis.
every game of the fucking
Draymond can't
season.
stop Giannis. Draymond can't stop Giannis.
I seen Bam guard
He's
Kyrie.
gonna make it hard.
Bam
And that's
locked
what I'm
up
saying.
Kyrie.
But this is my thing. Like, I understand exactly where you're coming from, but I also see why Draymond is where Draymond is.
Top 3.
Yes, I see
They
why
just
Draymond
started
is where
playing defense.
Draymond is.
Yeah.
They just started playing defense at the end of the season. So I'm saying, so look, there's one team that we ain't talked about, and they might run away with this whole thing, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Lakers fan, so Lakers in 7 to the day I die. But James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie on the same team. So like,
Everybody.
I just want to know, like, but we haven't talked about. I don't care what everybody was talking about.
I feel as though, are we keeping the same mantra of they got some shit to prove?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. If we keeping the same mantra of they got some shit to prove, then so do the Nets, because we're talking about 3 niggas that got some shit to prove to me.
I was talking about the Nets.
I mean, look, KD.
I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not saying that they're gonna lose. I'm saying, for me, I said for me.
What does KD have to prove to you?
KD has to prove to me that he is going to stay healthy throughout the whole playoffs. Because, bitch, what the fuck did you come over here and do with us? That's what he got to prove to me. To me? For me? That's what I got to see. With Kyrie, first of all, all together, I just got to see y'all play together, for one. I know that y'all can, but I have to see it because we've only seen it how many times? Once every blue fucking moon.
8 games.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So overall, as a team, y'all have all the talent in the world. But as we've seen before in the past, all the talent in the world does not give you the championship. Being just LeBron does not give you a championship. Does it take you there? Most fucking likely. But it don't give it to you either way it goes. So we got 2 people that's gonna have to. I mean, we got 3 people on the Nets that got some shit to prove for me. That's the way I see it.
Only person that has something to prove to me on the Nets is Steve Nash. Like, bro, can you coach late game situations? Because I watched both of those Bucks games.
And James Harden.
And they folded.
And James Harden too. James Harden.
First of all, James Harden did something LeBron couldn't even do. That's take those Warriors that y'all were so scared of to 7 games. So I don't want to hear nothing about James Harden.
What?
James Harden ain't got nothing to prove.
Hey, LeBron also beat those Warriors that we're scared of. Like what? LeBron also beat them.
I'm talking about the ones with KD. The Warriors with KD when LeBron gave a concession speech in the Eastern Conference Finals and was like, basically done conceded the whole finals. Like, we finna lose, so I'm gonna just enjoy this.
Chris Paul, my point guard. I'm sorry,
bro. Was Kyrie and K-Love not on LeBron's team? Are you
not that year. Not Kyrie was in Boston that year. I'm sorry, I had.
Okay, but the year before that, they only won 1 game though.
K-Love hasn't been good since he wore a fucking Timberwolves jersey.
You're cap
talking about K-Love.
You're cap if you think
that's cap.
You're happy that James Harden lost the game 7.
He took him to game 7.
How many threes did they miss that game 7 too?
Dominic, did LeBron?
Chris Paul went down, and what happened?
Shamar, really? You gonna act like that, bro?
Chris Paul
Shamar,
went
really? You
down.
gonna act like that,
What
bro?
did James Harden and them do
Oh,
after
dude.
Chris Paul went down? What
Shamar,
did
you
James
really gonna act like that? Are you really gonna act like that? LeBron had Kyrie. Love. You mean to tell me that James Harden team was good enough just because he had Chris Paul to take those Warriors to 7, but LeBron's team wasn't even good enough to take him to 6? Is that what you gonna tell me?
We
So
had
you
Kyrie
arguing
that
that-
year.
Bro, if you put CP3 on the team, it's automatically unfair. Everybody fucking knows that. That's why he didn't go to the Lakers.
James
On the
Harden
Clippers,
better
and
than
they never
LeBron?
made a Western Conference Finals. What are you talking about? Did they make a Western Conference Finals when he was on the Clippers? No, he didn't.
So James Harden better than
Well-
LeBron? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying James Harden don't got nothing to prove.
James Harden got shit.
He ain't won a chip.
James
He
Harden
hasn't
got
won a
shit to
fucking
prove.
chip.
Yes,
Bro,
James Harden got a
James
lot of
Harden
years.
got shit to prove.
Bro, look at who he had on his team. Everybody that he had on his team
Chip
was
net.
cut. The Lakers just picked up Ben McLemore. He was on his freaking team. Gerald Green is nowhere to be found. Gerald Green done. Okay, that's who was on his team. He took him to 7 with Gerald Green, Ben McLemore as
PJ
two.
Tucker?
Oh, stop the pressure. PJ Tucker, are you kidding me? Are
Game
you kidding
7?
me?
Are you
It is-
kidding me?
It is literally, bro. It is literally
Game 7?
KD,
kidding me?
Steph, and Clay. You mean to tell me that PJ Tucker, Gerald Green, and Ben McLemore was all that?
So
Tell
you're
me
telling me that James
What
Harden
did
got
Mike
nothing to
D'Antoni
do?
have them niggas doing? They get them to the 3 wins, bro.
He got beat 3 years in a row, didn't he? Like 4 years, like 5 years, 6 years? I don't know.
Nigga kept
Got swept. Got swept.
Who?
Bro, he got swept by them. They only won 1 game when he had Kyrie and Caleb. 1,
Who beat KD?
One
Who
game.
beat them in the playoff series?
bro.
Nobody's beating the Warriors with KD.
But
in the
one
The
person
Toronto
took him to game
Raptors are beating the
7.
Warriors easily.
One
Me,
person
hurt.
took him to game 7,
Hurt.
and one person didn't. That's all I'm saying. And whose team was better? Was LeBron? You mean to tell me LeBron's team with Kyrie and Kevin Love was not better than James Harden's team? That what you're telling me? Shamar, look me in my face and tell me that.
I'm
telling-
telling you
James
that
Harden got shit to do.
you feeling like James Harden have nothing to prove is really not valid right now. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, are you serious?
Because of the Warriors, that's it. Just because of the Warriors,
the
because of what he
Warriors in
did
game
to the
7.
Warriors.
That's what you
Game
arguing.
7.
What do
Because
you
he took
mean?
the Warriors
If the
to game
Warriors weren't
7,
there, he would have been in the finals.
If I would have had this argument, you would have cussed me out. I feel
KD
like
wasn't.
this
If
is
KD
weird.
wasn't on the Warriors,
God,
if KD wasn't on the Warriors, he would have been in the finals. What are you? He took the KD Warriors to 7.
DJ, we're talking about legacy of a player right now. Who has what to prove to make what
What
point?
team was James Harden was that was what team was James Harden on that was championship caliber? He could not skate through the East like LeBron did and just meet the Warriors in the
I'm
finals.
with Chris
He had to
Paul
go
on the
through
same
the
team.
Warriors. Him
Exactly.
and Chris Paul, 2 people. Him and Chris Paul. Are you serious?
Exactly. And he didn't win at any point in time. He did not get to the championship. And did he
Because
win
he
a
faced
championship?
KD,
At
Steph, and Clay.
no point
Because
in
he faced
time.
KD, Steph, and Clay
Over
with a
his
whole
Exactly.
bunch of
whole
bums.
career.
With a
Exactly.
whole
We're
bunch
talking
of
about-
bums.
Exactly.
With bums.
We're
It was
talking
him,
about
Chris Paul.
we're talking about
and
James,
bums.
LeBron James. LeBron James, arguably one of the greatest players of
Tell
all
me who else
time,
was on the team
still
that was
having
worth
to
talking
come
about.
in and win 5, 6, 7 championships before we can compare this nigga to goddamn Michael Jordan. And we're gonna say that, you know what? Even though LeBron has that much shit to prove, James Harden don't have to prove to me shit because he took the Warriors to game 7. Period.
First of all,
Shut the
nobody's
fuck
saying
up.
nobody's
Shut the fuck
saying
up.
that LeBron. Nobody's saying that LeBron. His legacy has to match up with LeBron's legacy. LeBron was literally labeled the golden child at 16 years old. He was on the cover of Slam magazine, 16 years old. Nobody's saying that he had to match up. That James Harden has to match up to that legacy. I'm saying, name me a team that James Harden was on that would say, "Oh, you should have got to the finals that year." That's what I'm trying to see. Name me a team.
Same team
I can
that
name you. I can name you the team. I can
So
name you
you
the team.
telling me? You
OKC
telling me that the
Thunder.
team?
He was on that
They
team,
went.
and they
Did they not
lost
go?
to who? And they lost to who? They lost to
Yeah, one
LeBron.
game.
So
Was he
now
not
you got
drinking
some
baby
shit
shit?
to prove.
Was he? Were
So
they
now
not
you
still
got
drinking?
some shit to
Bro,
prove.
were they not still drinking milk? They were babies, bro. And Russell West, he wasn't even starting. He was a sixth man that year. Like, what are you talking about? He came in and
Year though.
Why did they
And
win
he
that
was-
one game? Why did they win that one game? Because Shamar remembers this. Who lit him up that one game? James Harden did.
And lost the other 4.
Bro, what do you mean? Bro, all right, so you mean to tell me that big three, LeBron's big three, what you telling me?
You said
what
what?
I'm saying is we are looking at a team of 3 people on the Nets that have some shit to prove. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
I'm saying it's not guaranteed that they're
Why
going
do
to
they
make
have
it to
to
the
prove?
fucking finals. I
What
hate
do they
the
have
fact
to
that we
prove?
we have
think
to.
James Harden got something to prove.
What does he have to prove?
James Harden
Win a
win a
final.
fucking chip.
Close the fucking
What
playoff.
team, bro?
Bro,
Are you sitting there telling
can-
me that he was on
He
the
can,
championship
he needs to prove to me
team?
that he can win the same
So
game
y'all
7.
sitting here telling. Okay, so he was on the championship team. He was on the championship team. Okay.
Was the
Shamar, you-
Rockets not 1 or 2 in the regular season before going to these Western
You the
Conference
man
Finals?
we're talking
Are you
about.
fucking kidding me? We going off 1 and 2 seed in regular
I'm
season?
saying that
Come on,
James
bro.
Harden and Chris Paul was playing a brand of basketball that led them to believe they could win a championship. And then what happened? Soon as CP3 got hurt, James Harden and them boys did not know how to close out a fucking series.
It was
How
over.
many?
I'm
missed
saying
33.
LeBron and Kyrie.
They made a history.
LeBron and Kyrie.
For missing
LeBron and
threes.
Kyrie. LeBron and Kyrie were on the same team, and they couldn't even get 2 games against these Warriors. And CP3 and James Harden got 3 games against these Warriors. And the only reason why James Harden didn't beat the Warriors is because CP3 went down. LeBron had his whole team and got beat in 5
Congratulations.
games.
Congratulations. You still lost.
5. What's better? What's worse, losing in 5 or losing in 7? I wanna
Proving
know.
something by fucking winning.
Losing in
That's
5
what's
or
better
losing
than
in
it all.
7. Losing in
Losing
5 or
in
losing in
7.
7.
Losing in 7.
That's
Because you
worse.
had a chance to win it
Oh my
and
God.
lost it.
Oh my God. James Harden.
You came all the way
Dominic.
back for what?
I'd rather just lose in 5.
That makes no sense. Dominic? Come on, bro. Help me out, bro. Help me out.
I just want to say this, but James Harden hasn't really been put in a position to where he can win. When on that biggest stage, it's not like he you know what I'm saying, he shied away from the lights and everything. His wingman, which everybody needs apparently to win a finals, his wingman went down. So what is he supposed to do against that team? Who you're saying is the only team that he went up against. I mean, the one team that you can name that everybody was saying should have went to the finals, went up against the Warriors team, the ridiculously great dynasty, I guess. What am I trying to say? The nigga, he had to go up against them, and his wingman went down. That's the one team that you can name that he should have went to the finals. Other than that, he was never put in a position to where he could win or could
So
even
what are you
think
trying to
about
say?
winning
Exactly.
and going all the way to the finals.
What you
Exactly.
trying to say?
So I'm trying to say.
to you,
So this is what. So hold on, nigga, shut up. So this is what I'm saying. To make my point, what I'm saying is, you're saying he needs to win to prove something, but I'm saying he's never been put in a position to win. He's always showed up when the lights were shining on this nigga. He's always
did.
shown up.
No, he hasn't.
no, but
He didn't
but
show
my
up.
point, no, my point
was
is,
the-
my point is now
That
that
one
he
game
is
where
in
they
the
shot
position.
0 for
Wait,
however many.
My point is now that he has not proven anything yet because he hasn't been in a position to. So now that he is in a position, bitch, you got something to prove. You gotta fucking win. That's my point. You have to win now. You have never been here before.
What I'm saying, this
I
is the
haven't seen
first
it.
time.
Bitch, do it.
This is the first time. This is the first time. My thing is, y'all are acting like taking that Warriors team when y'all favorite player got beat in 5 games. James Harden took that Warriors team to 7. Y'all acting like that don't mean nothing. Like you acting like he
Same
just
nigga that lost to the same Warriors team without KD in 2015.
It don't.
I'm confused. In 2015, the Warriors beat the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals in 5 or 6 games. I don't know which. But what the fuck was that? What happened in 2017 when Manu Ginobili had to send his fucking shit? What has James Harden done? Please tell me. Like, what has he done in games that matter?
But what you just named also makes it more significant that he took an even more talent. He took on an even more talented team and went further.
So
Was he
James
on?
Harden,
You can't name nobody on that 2015 team that was worth beating those Warriors. Because guess who didn't beat those Warriors?
he said LeBron.
I love the passion, but y'all are just proving to me that he hasn't proved anything
Bro,
yet.
it's-
He hasn't been in a situation. Granted,
This is first
granted,
time on a championship team. This is first time on a championship
if
team.
this is his first time on a championship team, and you really feel like this is his first time being on a
Okay.
championship team,
Right.
now you have something to prove. So up until this
And
point,
I wanna-
you haven't
right,
proved anything.
right. And
So you're
I
gonna have
wanna
to
know-
prove something now.
Okay. And I want to know on LeBron's
I'm not
first
giving you
time on a,
shit.
well, LeBron's first time on a championship team.
Why are we
what the
bringing
fuck did he
LeBron
do?
up?
What the fuck did he do?
LeBron got 4 rings. Why are we bringing him
Bro,
up?
what do you mean? Why are we bringing him up? Because y'all see, bro. Because the fact is, that same team that LeBron could not hold water against, James Harden took him to 7 games. Y'all acting like that's not an
Somebody's
incredible
impressed.
feature. That's not
I'm
an
impressed.
incredible feature.
I'm impressed because he lost in Game 7.
He
Wow.
took, bro.
Wow.
There's only one team that took that team to get to 7 games. Only one.
Okay.
Only one.
And he did that all by himself.
What's the next question? bro?
Damn near. Who else? Chris Paul. Who else? Who else was there on that team that you can name?
Okay.
That was worth.
Okay,
talking
so
about?
if you take that team to 7 games, you have a possibility of winning it, right?
But his wingman went down like dog.
I asked you one question. I just needed a yes or no answer. Is it yes, you could win that because you took them to 7 games? You can win it.
Goes down. Not if your wingman goes
Win
down.
it because you took them to 7 games.
Not if your wingman goes down. No.
You didn't.
No.
That means you
No,
didn't
Let's
take them
talk
to
about
7
when
games.
women go
That
down,
means
but what happened
you.
with my
That
women
means
went
you
down?
didn't
That's
take them to
wild.
7 games. You did.
Sorry that y'all
You
used to a
didn't do
player that
that.
used to have
So
2
you
wingmen.
haven't proved to me
He
that
did
you
it
can
with
take
one
this shit to
wingman.
7 anyway.
Look,
Because you
my
need a
favorite
wingman.
player- My favorite player is a person that did it with one wingman. Okay, never had a big 3 in his life. He
LeBron?
got 5. So I'm sitting
No,
here saying, I got respect for a nigga that's going up against a motherfucking super team. His wingman goes down, and they still only lose by 7 points in Game 7. They lost by
I don't-
single digits.
And
I
they,
don't respect them.
it was a history. They made history by missing the most threes like that game.
Bro.
They lost by 7 points.
Consecutive.
Like what, bro?
Bro, 7 points.
James
They
Harden
lost by
could hit one of
7.
them bitches. James Harden could hit one of them all.
Y'all
Or
really
stop
gonna-
shooting them.
Y'all really gonna
Or
call this
stop
man a choke?
shooting
Y'all
them.
really gonna say this man choke? Y'all really gonna say this man choke? Y'all really gonna say this man choke?
I'm
Because
saying
of
you
that
could
one
have
game.
played better. I'm saying you could have
Yeah,
played
so-
better basketball and you didn't win. So
Okay,
because you didn't win, I can't say
got
that
something
you
to
proved
prove.
something to
Yeah.
me.
whatever.
You got a chip on
LeBron
your
lost it.
shoulder, son.
LeBron lost in 5 games to the same.
I
team.
understand
LeBron got
LeBron
4
lost, and
rings.
I'm not arguing shit against LeBron because
Nah, one
LeBron has
against
won
them, though.
championships and it proved to me something.
4 times.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if
big
you-
3 every time, big 3 every
4
time.
times.
Not wingman, not a wingman, wingmen, multiple. Ray
4
Allen.
times. Did it 4 times.
That's what I'm saying.
Ray
So
Allen on the team.
I'll
Freaking
give
Ray Allen
you
on your team.
I'll give you that as far as James
Y'all acting
Harden
like y'all
being
acting
able.
like, bro. I get this is his first time on a championship team, so I get y'all would want him on a champion. Y'all would want him to win. Y'all think that he should win a championship, but just because it's your first year on a championship team does not mean you're obligated to win that first year. As LeBron
No, and
James led
I'm
8
telling
points
you,
in
this
the
is not his
finals.
first year on
And
the
that's my
championship.
point. And that,
Okay, tell me his. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Tell me his next second. Let me tell me his other championship team. I want to know who is his other championship team, Shamar.
Who? Because we're just gonna sit here and talk about the same teams over and over again.
Yeah.
I want to know
When
who it was.
he won MVP, he could have made it to the finals.
That was
Guess
a
what happened?
championship
He
team.
didn't do it.
That was a championship team. Are you serious?
Didn't do it.
You're telling me
My
that's
point-
a championship team. Jokic is winning MVP this year. You're telling me his team is a championship team? They're
No.
just because you won MVP don't mean you on a championship team.
When I'm
actually,
not comparing
actually-
Jokic's MVP to James Harden's
But
MVP.
I'm saying you telling me James Harden's on a championship team, but you can't name me nobody else but one player on the team that was worth talking about. That's what I'm saying. How is it a championship team? He only had one other person. The other championship team, Shamar.
Got nothing to prove
Because
yet.
because Kobe did it. That's why. Because Kobe
First
did it.
year,
And bitch,
this
if
is
you gonna prove
first year-
something, you
this
could
is
be
his
James
first
Harden and
year
do it.
on a championship team. This is first year on a championship team with the experience. When everybody has the experience and the veteran leadership to win a championship. This is first time on a championship team.
And
He
I
had no
understand
business
that.
going. Everybody had them losing in 5 to those Warriors.
I understand
him
that.
and Chris Paul missed them to push them to 7. So that does not
But
make
you
it a
gotta
championship
remember-
team.
you gotta
because he
remember
took
how
a team over. LeBron took that 2018 team to a finals, and they damn sure wasn't no championship team. But guess what? They didn't have to go through no fucking Warriors in the Eastern Conference Finals to get there. James Harden had to go through the Warriors with KD, Steph, and Clay. The first time he was even on a semi-championship team to get to the finals. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's all I'm
But
saying.
this is my
This is
point
first
though.
time on a championship team. His
But
first
this
time.
is but this
There's
is
no
my
debate.
point. This is my point. Because this is his first time on a championship team, I can't say for fact that you got to remember how we got to this point in the conversation. We got to this point in the conversation because we were saying that is this LeBron's hardest road because LeBron is gonna be playing KD and them. I'm not even giving KD and them getting them out of the Eastern fucking Conference because they haven't proved shit to me yet. That's what my point is. Are they gonna fucking make it to the finals? Because this is your first time on a championship team. I'm not just gonna give you a fucking championship, and nor am I gonna say you're just gonna fucking go because you gotta see the 76ers, you gotta see MVP Giannis or quiet MVP Giannis. I don't have him for no type of fucking MVPs, but you still gotta see Giannis. Like you don't have an easy road there. If anything, it's gonna be a hard road for them too.
Exactly.
So because
This
it's gonna be such a hard road for them, I say that they're really gonna be tested. I don't want to bet against them, but god damn it, it's y'all first year together and y'all only played 8 goddamn games together. I feel like y'all gonna fucking lose. If the Warriors got some shit to prove to me and Steph has done it time and time again for me, I feel like y'all gotta do that shit. I want to see some good ass basketball.
Just
and I
because
want to
it's
see
your first year on a championship team, I mean you have to win it. Y'all saying like it's win or bust. It's not win or bust for James Harden. Because guess what?
I'm not saying it's win or bust. I'm saying you haven't proved it. You lose this year, then next year I'm gonna say you haven't proved it.
You have
Bitch,
this,
do it.
Then
That's
he
what I'm
has
saying.
more to prove. Then to me, he has more to prove if they lose this year. But I'm saying you can't just act like individually they all ain't done great things to where they got this whole thing to prove. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I see 3 individuals that have something to prove to me. I see 3 different individuals that have something that they have to prove to me. As a collective, they have to do it though, because y'all are all on the same team. Kyrie, you gotta show me that you can do this shit without Bron. KD, you gotta show me you can do this shit without Steph. And Harden, you just gotta show me that you just needed a team the whole time. But I only seen y'all niggas play on the court 8 times together. I've seen Giannis play damn near a game. I've seen Joker play a whole bunch of games. I've seen fucking, starting lineup. Y'all had the most different lineups all
this
season.
This is the toughest East in recent memory. Does everybody agree to that?
Exactly. Because yes, I can say that.
So
and because it is,
this.
I'm not saying that y'all coming out of that shit.
I'm saying there was a last big 3 in the East. And the last big 3 on the East had LeBron James. And they had to play through scrubs. They did not have to play through what these Nets people have to play through this year. Like this is a tougher road. Then you can't just sit there and judge them the same way. Just because, KD did it with Steph and Kyrie did it with Brian. It don't mean that they just supposed to automatically walk in here and walk through the East just because they on a super team. Because the last super team, the last big 3, they didn't have to go through this. Go through scrubs. You can't even name me the 3 teams y'all faced. First year y'all were together. You can't do it off the top of your head. You know why? Because they were scrubs. They had no business even being in the playoffs. But the East has to have. This is around the time when they said, forget it, just play 1 through 16 because the East was so garbage. They just said, just play the best 16 teams. Don't even do West versus East. Ain't nobody having that conversation no more. So don't just act like they, you know what I'm saying? They just gotta win this year. And this and that. They don't got to, bro.
I'm not saying that they have to, but god damn it, I'm not giving you a time frame to prove something to me, but I'm not just gonna
So I want your
automatically assume
finals
that you're gonna
prediction.
make
Man.
it.
Then I want your finals prediction, man. I want to since you don't think they since they
I
play
haven't
8
even,
games.
bro.
want
I
your finals
honestly feel like we play this shit for a reason, and I'm gonna have to get there when I get there, because it's honestly like I can make a prediction for how these first rounds are gonna go, but I'm not seeing nothing in order for me to
I
make
want
a
a
real
finals prediction. I want a finals prediction, bro. So we can look back and play this tape back, and we can see who was right, who was wrong. I want a finals prediction. So you got to give me one. I ain't taking no for an answer.
I'm saying
Lakers
no.
in 5, nigga.
Against who?
All right, Lakers in 6.
Against who?
Against Philly.
Shamar. Finals prediction. I'm writing this down, by the way.
Thank you, twin. Thank you, big dog. I'm not gonna go that way. I'm sorry. Like I said, these niggas got shit to prove to me, and it is championship buzz. So I got Lakers and Nets. They put all that pressure on Miami's big three. I'm putting pressure on them. I don't give a fuck. I got Lakers and Nets, and I got Lakers and 6. That's my take.
Shamar. They put all the pressure on Miami. Was it hard pressure? Were they going against anybody that they thought was even going to stop Miami?
I'm not talking about teams wise. I'm just saying the narrative is that these niggas should win because these niggas is together. Yep. That's how it is, and that's how it was. That's how it is.
And Bron scored 8 points. Dominic, what's your final?
Exactly my point. So I'm not.
But that was also the narrative. But you also got to think that was also the narrative because of who they had to play against too.
That's what I'm saying. Because they were playing against scrubs, it was no reason for them to lose. There are people that literally think Philly's a better team. And then what AJ just said, they only played 8 games together. But it's championship or bust. Miami got a whole season together. Shamar just said it's championship or bust. Shamar just said it's championship or bust.
Oh, okay. Okay,
that's why I'm arguing.
Gotta make it the finals for me. I'm sorry. I'm keeping the same energy. Niggas like to goddamn keep the energy different.
Wow. Okay. So the East trash like it was in 2011. Shamar, is that what you're telling me?
James Harden came to, I don't know why we still on me. Everyone got else do that fucking finals prediction.
Because you the one that said championship or bust. So I'm trying to figure out why.
I got them making the finals. I got the Nets making the finals.
Okay.
Oren, what's your prediction?
I got the Nets making the finals. They're gonna play the Lakers. I think they're gonna play the Lakers. Yeah.
Okay. Who you got winning?
I got the Lakers winning that.
Yeah,
I think the Nets could possibly push it out to 6 games, but definitely the Lakers winning that.
Definitely. I like that as a Lakers fan. Love that. Lakers.
Definitely.
I'm gonna put Lakers in 5 because you said they could maybe push it to 6. I mean, you think that's in 5. Dominic, who you got?
I got Brooklyn versus Lakers, and I got Brooklyn in 7.
Ooh.
Dominic, you just had my back a whole show, and you come at me with that shit? Like, what's wrong with you?
Hey, shit happens.
And AJ, who you say you had again?
I ain't saying nothing yet. I was listening to everybody else's opinion, so I can call y'all dumbasses. I got Warriors. Goddamn, I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with y'all, bro.
I was about to say this the same nigga that said they might lose tomorrow, right?
God.
I got goddamn. I got motherfucking Lakers. I actually have Lakers 76ers as well. Lakers in 6.
The fact y'all think that the Sixers can push us to 6 games is pretty disrespectful.
I give them 2 because at the end of the day, the Sixers. I saw the game that they just played as the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? If we want to really go off of last game played, because that's the first shit that y'all bring up every time. Last game I just saw y'all fuck up a lot, and I saw the Warriors was too fucking close. So I'm not just gonna say that y'all just gonna fuck everybody up, and you're gonna have to go against Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and if you telling me them 2 niggas can't turn up
And
for 8
Tobias
quarters
Harris.
enough to exact and Tobias Harris and fucking Seth Curry with goddamn Doc Rivers coaching. Like if you're telling me that team isn't good enough to have a solid 8 quarters against y'all to win 2 games, you're an arrogant bitch. I'm sorry as fuck. like they have the potential to win 2 games. Will it happen? That's a yay or nay. We can't really tell until we get there. But they have the fucking potential to win 2 games if they play their cards right. And that's my only point. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna beat the Nets because you're right. It is the first season y'all together. And goddamn, the 76ers have a huge chip on their shoulders because year after year, we expect them to try to do something. Joel Embiid has been my last hope for like 3 years now. I'm telling you. So it's like, come on, bro. I want to see them do something. I want to see them do something over me wanting to see the Nets do something.
I feel that. Well, I think that's
now. Don't get me wrong.
that's
That's gonna be a battle. It's not gonna be. I feel like in order for them to get there, they're gonna have to go every bit of 7 games with the Nets. Don't get me wrong. It's not. They just not gonna blow through the Nets and then come up here and win 2 games against the Lakers. Like nah, they're gonna have to battle against the Nets. They're gonna be tired and they're gonna only win 2 against the Lakers. It's gonna be a late 2 that don't fucking matter.
Yeah, it's Lakers in 7 for me against the Nets because it's James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. If they're all healthy, there's nobody that's gonna beat them. I don't care. Ben Simmons, you better learn how to hit a jump shot. If you don't, you're not beating them. Sorry. Defense not gonna beat these people. It's gonna be outscoring. There's nobody in the East that can outscore them. It's not gonna happen. So KD, we all remember what happened when he said, "You know who I am, I'm KD." So everybody know what happened. All right. Literally a calf injury turned into Achilles had to stop this man. James Harden, dope. Okay, that's the only word I can say for the man. Dope. And everybody, he's not the only scoring option. He's not the only person that can literally dribble the ball and create his own shot on a team anymore.
Right.
He all he gotta do is orchestrate, kick it to Kyrie, kick it to KD, or y'all off. Okay, bet I do what I gotta do. Kyrie, I just hope this man don't have too many personal problems going on, and this man can just stay on the court. But when he's on the court, 50, 40, 90, that's all I gotta say. So nobody's stopping these people. It's Lakers in 7 against the Nets.
You see how you're controlling the narrative?
How much on narrative?
What do you mean? You just pulled a LeBron. You just controlled the narrative. You made it seem like the Nets was just, they don't have nothing to prove at all. They're just already made it. It's just their first year. They don't have shit to prove. But when they play LeBron, he's gonna beat them because he's LeBron. Like that's low key still controlling the narrative here. That's still controlling the narrative.
I'm not gonna kill these
is,
niggas if they don't make the finals though.
You have
them to
3
make the finals because of who they
arguably, you have 3 arguably top 50 greatest scorers like ball handling and scorers of all time. And I'm only saying top 50 because we already know Harden and KD are high on that list, but Kyrie is he's further down. He's further down, but he's a fucking bucket nonetheless when he's on the court. So at the end of the day, with y'all 3 together, with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan and everybody else has been going crazy. I understand you. I understand you don't care about them, but the fact of the matter is they are there. And they're going to make a difference somehow. Somehow they'll make a difference. 1 play, 2 plays, I don't give a fuck. Because the Lakers still got Jared Dudley and he be on the court. And somehow it makes a difference in some shape, form, or fashion, for the positive or for the negative. For the positive or for the negative, he's there. The point is, Blake Griffin is on the team, filling up roster space, cap space. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. He's on the team. Okay? You have all of these pieces. Theory, first year or fucking 5 years, you have enough talent, enough basketball IQ to be able to make it to the championship and win it. The problem is you probably don't have that chemistry. That's why we're arguing, oh, it's just the first year. But talent-wise and technically coaching-wise, y'all got that shit. Do it.
Coaching.
Technically coaching. Technically coaching. Technically, I say technically
don't
coaching.
get me. There's no technically in that. Steve Nash
Yes.
is a first-year coach who was blessed into a situation. This man don't.
Definitely.
This man literally. They don't got no advantage coaching if Steve Nash is in the finals. Bro.
I
It's literally
understand.
up to them three.
I understand. I'm not saying that it's an advantage, but I'm also saying we know for a fact who the fuck is Steve Nash. When we're looking at Steve Nash and you think about Steve Nash, we're thinking about complete all-around floor general, greatest point guard of all time. If you have a point guard as a coach and with the extreme basketball IQ that he does have, come on now, we still talking about one of the greatest IQ players of all time. So it's not like, yes, he was blessed into a situation. Would I have made him my coach? Hell no.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that he's gonna be that edge that's gonna like, oh, you can beat the Lakers because we got Steve Nash. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying technically, if we got this much basketball IQ on this court and he has these pieces, Kyrie, KD, James Harden, you got to be able to come up with some type of scheme to keep putting the ball in the bucket more than any other team. Fuck defense. Y'all niggas could just put the ball in the bucket more than these other niggas. Period. So you just got to, I'm thinking of it from that perspective.
Because that IQ stole 2 MVPs from Kobe. That's a conversation for another day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, look,
I'm saying
I'm not going to kill them if they don't. I'm not going to kill them if they don't make the playoffs. Shamar is, for whatever reason. I don't understand this, but whatever. They only played 8 games together, but apparently it's championship or bust for Shamar and some other people. Andrew, is it championship or bust for you?
Oh,
For the Nets?
yeah. Once they added James Harden, it was a championship or bust. I think with Kyrie and KD, it wasn't, but then when you added James Harden,
Dominic.
Due to the fact that they only played 8 games together, I wouldn't say so.
Warren.
I don't know. I might have to say they probably will be a championship or bust situation with the Nets.
I'm gonna give them a time frame.
What's the time frame?
They got 2 years. They got 2 years for me.
I gave them 2. As soon as they joined up, I gave them 2. But no, when they joined up, I gave them this year. But ever since I've seen them only play 8 games, it's not championship or bust. Because I've seen great big threes play the full season, have the most chemistry in the world, and still get beat.
Yeah, and then come back and win. So yeah, we can't overlook the Miami Heat. You're right, absolutely. So, but my point is, my thing is though, it's not like just complete bust. I feel like it's still going to be a potential bust. If you don't win this year, your time is shortened. So you're still a potential bust, but I'm not calling you a definite bust. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. It's like somebody
halfway there.
You know?
You're halfway there.
Yeah, you halfway there. God damn it.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Well,
for sure. Because I technically didn't even really, I don't even want them to, I don't even want them I don't even have them making the fucking finals. That's what I'm saying. I'm just not giving it to them just because, you know, you guys have that 3. Like, nigga, the East is hard as shit. Like you said. I don't even have y'all going to the fucking finals this year because y'all ain't got it together that much. Y'all only play 8 games together. You know what I'm saying? We only writing y'all up because we still got other people in the East that got shit to prove, but I've seen them do more than you. Hell, even the Heat done proved more than me than y'all have. Because last year, just the fact that they made it to the finals, like you, same James Harden point. Just the fact that you made it to the final last year, like damn. You know what I'm saying? You proved a lot to me.
This is true. This is true. We're gonna end it on that note. That's a wrap for the first episode of the Real Officials Podcast. There will be more great content coming to y'all on a weekly basis through the playoffs as we get to the playoffs and we go into the NFL season. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for doing this episode.
Yes, sir.
Love
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Yes,
Like
sir.
that one for me, Shimmy. You know what I'm saying? Well,
No
we-
cap. I'm
Yes,
about to be
sir.
there, man. I'm about to be there so soon. Oh my God, I can't
Yes, sir.
wait.
All right, y'all.